This is Jay Marie.
And this is Soko.
You are now listening to the Queer Ambition Podcast.
The Queer Ambition Podcast is the only podcast celebrating rising LGBTQ professionals,
providing advice on navigating the modern workplace,
and discussing polarizing topics within the community.
Now listen up.
All right, Sophia.
Yes.
I want to apologize in advance. I have a cold, so I might sound like poops, but we're going to kill it no matter what. The show must go on. So, Sophia, Good Fly NYC is a handmade, handcrafted jewelry company based out of Brooklyn, New York. Good Fly NYC started as accessories for all. We are looking to grow our business of style into other areas of fashion. Good Fly NYC mixes styles, religions, natural gems, earth stones, and beads sourced from all over the world, made to go with everything. Good Fly NYC pieces are one-of-a-kind, handcrafted, beaded, and wire-wrap creations. The brand promotes positive energy and good vibes with every item made. It's all about loving yourself and loving the fashion you rock. We're here to make sure you look good while being fly. First, love yourself. Welcome to the podcast, Sophia.
Woo! Thank you.
Fly NYC, what's up?
Everything is good. Nice Friday. Yeah. Ready to get out of here. But I thought it would be best to do it in the shop.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that move. That's a good move. I feel like, Sophia, your name sounds so classy and sophisticated. I just want to, anytime like I see the Sophia, I'm like, ooh.
I thought you would have said the Rogers.
No, I know the Rogers part, the same last name. You took my
Right.
It's okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So how we're going to roll out this podcast today is, same as always, we're going to go into some icebreaker questions. My first question today is, which time period would you visit in history and why? Sophia, you first.
I'd have to say the 90s. I like the music of the 90s. I like the style of the 90s. I like everything about the 90s. So I'd have to go back to the 90s.
90s? Wow. I wouldn't have guessed. I wouldn't pick 90s. I feel like that's around the corner. That was like yesterday.
Well, I mean, I can't say 30s because I didn't live it. So I'm trying to stay within my time frame that I've lived that I would want to revisit.
Okay. Makes sense. Jay Marie?
And you guys?
The 20s, 1920s, the jazz age. I would love to go back then and just the live music, like Harlem was alive. And I just like, I took a class in 1920s literature, so I would love to go back and see what it was like to live in.
Yeah. For me, I would say the same, 1920s. I'm very much into that time period. I mean, even when it comes to the TV shows, when it comes to fashion, I mean, I really like the 1920s, and I would have probably been a smuggler of drugs and alcohol and, and all of that. I would have probably definitely been that person. So 20s. Okay. Next question. If you could be in a movie of your choice, what movie would it be and what character would you play?
I'd have to say my favorite, which is Love Jones.
Okay.
And I would have to be Nina because, nothing like being the leading lady.
Right. All right. Jay Marie? I don't have an answer for this one.
This is kind of tough. A character in the movie. How Stella got her groove back, and I want to be Angela Bassett because I want to be Angela Bassett is really yes. Did that caught you off guard, Soko? You didn't see that coming?
It did. Sorry, and I got this cough going on. Sorry. I don't know what movie I would play in. Shit. What's the last movie I watched?
You be Baby Groot.
Oh my God, I would be Baby Groot. The last movie I watched was Scary Movie, so that's not really a good one to pick. Not at all. Okay, so I don't know. I'm gonna pick Avatar, and whoever the lead lady was in that. What's her name?
Okay.
Zoe Saldana played her.
Yep.
Yeah. So Avatar, because I do love that movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. If you could meet any living person for a chat over a shared dinner, who would you pick?
Oprah. I would just want to pick her brain.
God.
Why? Why does everyone love Oprah so much? Explain to me.
I mean, you know what? I think to meet her, she's probably really down to earth. So I think the conversation just would be normal, like any best friend. I just think she's achieved a lot of things, and I would just want to pick her brain. So.
Right.
I mean, and I totally understand that. What I don't get, J. Marie, is what is this vendetta you have against Oprah? What did Oprah do to you?
I don't know what it is. I just saw like it's all right. Like,
what is it about? How is Oprah just all right, bruh?
Right? I
How
don't
is
know.
she just all right? That does not make sense.
Listen, I do not take away her achievements. She has done so much, and she's come a long way. Like, that woman came from nothing. I get it, but she's all right. I don't know.
That just sounds like hating to me, to be honest.
Maybe.
When you say shit like that.
I'm a Joe Budden.
I'm not hearing any other people. Who would we want to?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. My bad. I got you.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna pick I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy. Yeah, I Love Lucy or Princess Diana. I've had an obsession with
living person.
Living? Oh, I thought it would be dead.
All right, you gotta pick another.
I'm going to pick living. I don't know. I'm gonna pick Lil Wayne. And I'm going to pick Kanye West. There you go. Got it.
Oh, I'm jelly. That's a good one. I'm jelly.
We're definitely sitting over dinner and just talking about life. I don't need any advice from him. You know what I mean? I just want to talk. Yeah. I just want to have a good time, chill out. And I love Kanye. So praise be to Jesus.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
What happened over there? You good?
Yeah.
Any living person to have a meal with and talk. Who's interesting? There's so many people.
Rihanna?
No. I'm gonna go with Joe Budden.
Joe Budden?
Like Joe
okay.
Budden. Yeah. I want to pick his brain. He's so like, he kind of just has so many opinions. I just want to know what he thinks about everything. And I want to argue with him. I like that. Yeah. Joe Budden.
Sophia, do you listen to the Joe Budden podcast?
I do not, but when I first started to bounce, he used to come into the club all the time. Okay. And he's really down to earth.
Yeah, he's dope. I like him. That was a good one.
Where were you a bouncer?
Yeah. I started at Sin City.
That makes sense. That he would be there.
All the time.
You probably met a whole bunch of people then.
I know quite a few.
She's being humble about it. She know hella people. She meet the random people on a Friday night and act like it's a normal night.
It is.
Okay. All right. So
you get paid.
True.
Sophia's popping, obviously.
So now that we know Sophia is a bouncer as well, so tell us a little bit about yourself and the woman behind the brand Good Fly NYC.
The woman behind the brand, super artsy, extra chill. There's not, I don't know. I mean, one thing that people wouldn't guess that I do is like club security, tour security. They wouldn't guess that because I mean, I can look a little soft and then beef it up when needed.
Yeah.
But super artsy. Super
I feel like you're playing yourself short a little bit because you're a little bit of a jack of all trades. You kind of do everything, right? Don't you like dabble on everything?
I do. I always say that my hands are my blessing.
Right.
Because I'm just able to naturally do a lot of things that incorporate my hands and my strength. So, I mean, I I almost never talk about myself, so it's kind of hard to actually, talk about me, myself, and I. But
okay, touche.
How did you get into bouncing? How'd you become tour security and celebrity security?
The bouncing, I went a period where I didn't have a job and someone was like, oh, you should get a security license. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I become a bouncer. Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And then I started to do it and I was just really good at it. And it came naturally and it has progressed into arena security. And then from arena security, it turned into tour security. My first tour, which was actually last fall, was with The Weeknd. And
Wow.
That's what has afforded me to do this venture and pretty much turn my dreams into, a living experience through, a location. But I still do tour security. So I'll be walking away from the business for a little bit to do that soon. Okay. But still having the business continue.
So when you have to do that, so this is where it comes into, most people think that once you open a shop or once you have your own thing, that's it. And that's your only stream of income, when I feel like that's complete opposite. When you're really about what you're trying to do, you have multiple streams of income. So when you do go back on tour to do security, what do you plan on doing with your shop? Is someone going to run it for you, or?
Well, that was a hard decision to make. I know I didn't want to close it down because, virtually you're only on tour for 8 to 12 weeks. So I have finally decided to have it open during weekends and then have it open during the weekdays by appointment only. Still giving it an opportunity for people to come and source the material, and then I'll be sending some things back weekly that I make from the road. But, it's easier said than done, financing someone else's lifestyle while, financing your own. So of course I'll put someone I trust in place of me and, teach them a little bit of the knowledge in regards to the stones and the crystals. Yeah.
So when it comes to Good Fly NYC, how did that start for you? When was the beginning of that?
The beginning was, I believe, 2014. And it started with the beaded pieces. I got laid off from one job, and I had been doing the beaded pieces while working there. And when I got laid off was when I decided to do festivals during the summertime and everything like that. My first festival was Afro-Punk, which gave me great exposure to the New York culture, the New York Afro-Punk culture. And I remember seeing some vendors doing wire wraps. And I was just so intrigued by the wire wrap and, how intricate the details were. So for me, it's always been, I can look at something and kind of take it apart with my eyes. So that's what I started to do. And I started to study people's stuff. And then I started to figure out, okay, where can I get this copper from? Where can I get these stones from? And it's just kind of built from there. But all of this stuff is self-taught. And, there's some pieces I don't like, but other people love. So I keep it. But I'm a big critic of my work. So there's a lot of pieces I don't care for. But, I can't, even though I don't care for it, it's done well. And somebody else will like it.
So tell us a bit about these stones and these pieces, because just for the audience to understand what your business is.
Well, my business is mainly wire wrapping with healing crystals and healing stones, which is highly like quartz crystals, amethyst. Like I've got citrine, I've got malachite, tiger's eye. I've got, you name it, I can either get it or I probably already have the stones. The stones have come through my travel. When I went on tour, I used to go out in each city and pick up stones from each city. And then when I got back, I just started to rap like crazy. And a lot of these stones are not sourced from New York vendors. A lot of them are outside during my travels. But I mean, I wear pyrite and I have a fire agate. Most of the stones that I personally wear, I choose them for protection. But I try to gear people towards protection stones, clarity stones, or some stones that are attached to their birth dates.
All right. So, you know, sometimes I feel like I need some stones in my life. So like for a person like me who's probably a little bit fucked up sometimes and I'm just there. So what kind of stone would you recommend for me? You know?
Usually when people come into the store, what I tell them is to go with a clear quartz, which first starts with clarity. And clear quartz, any stone that you wear with the clear quartz is going to amplify its healing properties as well. And if they don't want to start with a clear quartz, I always tell them to pick their favorite color and start with a stone of their favorite color, because that means that they're going to read up on the stone and they're going to build their own knowledge. I also keep books just to kind of help, because there's so many stones that I can't even begin to tell them exactly the healing properties for every stone. And because there's so many variations of the stones, I let them read on their own. They can also read by their zodiac signs too. But those are the two starting points that I usually tell people when they're coming into the store, to start with a clear quartz or pick their favorite color and start there.
Did you experience something that made you believe in the power of these stones?
Being honest, as a child, I used to collect stones. And my brother had to remind me that perhaps that is where this kind of started, because I used to collect stones and I just thought that they were beautiful and I was connected to the beauty of it first. But I know when I started to wear my personal stones that I became more balanced. So people often ask me why I don't get mad, or, you know, why I don't get really frustrated. And I'd have to say it's probably because of the stones. And because my voice never really changes. It kind of stays really, some would say monotone, but like some would say my voice can sometimes be soothing.
Shit. I need some stones then. Can I get stones?
we could get you together.
So one thing, you know, I live in Atlanta and a lot of people are into, you know, stones and crystals and all this wire. But when I compare their quality of work to the quality of work I've seen of yours, it's a different level, and the quality of work that you provide is nothing like I've ever seen. So what kind of love and passion do you put into creating this art that makes it so pristine?
For me, I've seen a lot of people wire wrap, and I never like to talk about other people's wire wraps, because for me, I like a clean look. So everything for me has to be very clean. The lines have to be clean. The stone has to be secure. And I just like to make sure everything is more polished when I release it. And personally, I've never seen someone rap like me for the price that I have. I always say it's not about pricing for me. It depends on because I have a stone that costs me $50. So of course, with a stone that runs me $50, it's a little bit more expensive for the piece. However, I try to source a lot of my stones at an affordable rate for me, so I can then give it for an affordable rate.
Right.
So a lot of my wire wrap rings, they start at $35. And in the store, there's a number of pieces that are priced at $35 because I'd rather people wear it than it sit in the store, or, you know, it just have such a price tag where it, you know, it just sits. I'd rather get it out. And I do it for the love of the work, the love of the craft. I don't necessarily do it for the money.
Could you take us through some of the milestones for the brand? So how did you get from, you know, conception to maybe selling online to now having your own physical store?
I would say like the selling the beaded pieces was me wearing it. People like asking me who did it. And that's how I first started to sell. And then probably within that year, I had moved to online through Etsy. And Etsy is a hit and miss. If you don't have enough product on Etsy, then sometimes your store can get overlooked. And then I went into my own personal website. And I'd have to say the biggest milestone that made me push forward and then branch out into the websites and branch out into the festivals was losing my job. So that forces you to, you know, do things for yourself.
Right.
It forces you to make a decision. You know, are you going to continue to look and work for someone else? Or are you going to start something and build something for yourself? And then just kind of educate yourself along the way. So a lot of the things that I had to learn the hard way, where it was like, you know, I was Googling where I could get banners, where I was Googling where I could source business cards, because I didn't want the normal size business cards. So my business cards are square.
Bring that
they
up
used
closer.
to be.
Those are cute. I like those. Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. So I just wanted to have something a little bit more artsy, a little less regular. Of course, I'm sure a lot of people have lost my square business cards because they're square. But it's just something that they'll remember, you know, the first square business card, or the young lady who has the square business cards. But I think the first big milestone came when I lost my job and I put a lot of my personal money on the line to do Afropunk.
And was Afropunk successful for you, attending that festivals and whatnot?
Absolutely. I actually did it for 2 years. Afropunk was a good success. I don't think I would do it moving forward, only because the brand to me is changing.
Yeah.
And it's going a little bit more mainstream.
Yeah.
And I mean, kudos to them getting bigger, but shame on them for charging everybody to come to the festival. So, because it hurts the vendors. It hurts the vendors, and it also hurts some of the artists who would get looked at in a different light if someone were coming in and it's free. You know, so 30,000 people are now paying which in turn hurts the vendors because of the price of the ticket too.
Right.
Okay. And I'm curious, because this is the Queer Ambition podcast. I'm curious, have you ever experienced any maybe discrimination, or do you see any hangups to being a queer professional or a queer business owner?
I only think the hang-up is when you attach lifestyle to professionalism. Because regardless of or not, when you carry yourself as a profession or as a professional, I think people take you serious. For me, is I don't like to, my lifestyle is my lifestyle, and my profession is my profession, and my business is my business. So I've not really had any hang-ups, because I don't, at the end of the day, I'm Sophia.
Right.
So people just know me as Sophia. They don't know me for my lifestyle. They know me as Sophia.
Okay. Respect that. So how do you balance your business and your personal life? Because I imagine as a business owner, you're kind of like working 24/7, right? So how do you balance that? Or have you found a balance?
I don't think I've found a balance. Personally, dating is obsolete because not a lot of people understand that you have to be in your shop. You know, I'm in my shop 6 days out of the week, and the only off day, which is Thursday, is used to source more material. So a lot of times I'll invite people to my shop, and you know, they can spend time with me here because I'm also a homebody. So when I'm not at the shop, I just like to sit in my own personal space and watch TV.
So it sounds like dating is not a priority right now, is really what it sounds like.
I would have to agree with that. It's not necessarily a priority. If the right person comes along, I'll try to make time.
She said,
it didn't sound like she want to make time.
She said, I'll try to make time.
Yeah, it sounded painful.
Right, painful as hell. Damn.
I mean, right now it's living the dream. You know, it's putting this before anything else. So for those who don't understand, I feel like they just never will.
So you are kind of almost like, in order for you to successfully date, you kind of almost need someone almost on the same level as you and understanding where you are as an entrepreneur. Do you think?
Well, absolutely. They at least have to have some understanding for hustle, because I don't know anyone who hustles as much as me. So it is hard to get the average person to understand that, you know, even when I'm not here, some nights I may work a club. Yeah. It depends on how I'm feeling that day and what I agree to. I don't work clubs like I used to, but I mean, there are opportunities that come and I yay and nay it. And when I yay it, you kind of just have to let me do my hustle thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And I hate to sound...
No. I mean, you're good.
Yeah. It's been working, right? You have your own shop. I mean, It works. It works. You're balancing two different career paths. It's a lot.
And one career path is feeding into your passion. I mean, what's not to love there? I mean, like you're living your dream and you're manifesting your dreams.
Right. But I mean, you know, some people just don't understand. And, you know, I've lost some people behind manifesting my own path and my own dreams. But it's not a bad thing, because they really didn't understand and they really didn't support you as much as you thought you had their support. Because the person who supports you wholeheartedly will understand that, this is the next move.
All right.
You're right.
So what's the one piece of advice you would offer others looking to start their own business or open their own first shop?
Don't be afraid to just use your own money. Like, it's been a beautiful path I've taken, and I've been very blessed in this opportunity to not really have to touch on my savings outside of naturally opening it to begin with. But everything else has come from the business. And luckily, the business has paid for both of my rents, both of my bills, So just have that, definitely save and have that money, that second avenue in your back pocket, because you need to be able to tap into that, and you need to not be afraid to spend your own money.
I mean, but that's kind of scary, telling someone that they should just spend, not be scared to spend their own money. Like, what happens if what you're trying to do bottoms out and you lose all that money?
But this is a dream that you have. When your savings is going from here and it's right here. That's when you have to make a decision. Is this the right decision to stay in? Because you still have that gap to change. You have that gap to come out of that decision or find partnership while you can still do your own path or have a full-time job, where it's now a balance of two people. The hardship that I have, and maybe partners don't, is that partnership has someone else to lean on. Me, this is me.
Yeah.
This is funded. This is supported. If anything fails, it's on me. But at the same rate, I know when my savings gets to a certain point, I have to figure out, is this now a smart decision?
Okay. All right.
So you still have that. That's why I'm saying at least save a certain amount.
Yeah.
So you have, that backup plan, and you have that time to go out and go back to work, or, find partners. Because you can find a partner in business. Might not be the right partner, but you can definitely find a partner in business.
So we know you're mostly about positivity. Everything is good vibes, and you have done
cool,
all
calm,
of
collective,
right?
sophisticated, right? Sophia.
Everything, right? But if you could say one thing to the people that doubted you along your journey, what would it be?
How you like me now? No, I mean,
no, you meant it. Don't take it back. You meant that.
Yeah, no, I definitely meant that part. However, the doubt is what pushed me to do what's present. They say for every no, there's a yes. So you constantly get those no's, and then you finally get a yes. You finally get the opportunity that is your opportunity. This was my opportunity. Everything fell into place with this location. So, I couldn't have asked for a better first start. And it's cute. It's just the right size.
Can we get to see it?
Absolutely.
We get to see it. Can we get a little
a tour?
A little tour?
Let me turn around. Wait a minute.
Hold up. All right.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
Good Fly.
This is super cute.
Thanks. So we have a lot of rings. I don't know if you can see it.
Your work is so good.
Thank you. We have some pieces down here, pieces over yonder. We're getting into big gaudy earrings, I guess.
Can you go back to those earrings? I like those earrings. I can imagine.
This is actually 2 pairs of earrings. However, they're small enough you could put them in the same home. So you could definitely do that. And this is energy. So for me is change your mind, change your mindset. So that's big for me.
Yeah.
And then we have the larger pieces. We have some beaded pieces. We also have some organites. And then we have some front window stuff.
Cute. You didn't sketch it out? You just kind of just put stuff in places?
Yeah. I mean, I had a desk that was in here. I had the white shelving that was in here. I built the glass shelves. I put these shelves up. And this is something old that I just kept with me. So this is how the bags used to look. And I was like, I kind of want to go back to the lunch bag style with the fly.
Yeah.
And it's something cute, so you get your package in a lunch bag style. But no, I mean, all of this wasn't set up like this when I first opened. Like the front window is something new, but it's kind of growing, but it's a nice, cute, small location, but it's just the right size for what I have.
Right.
Yeah.
What's up next for you? Self-promote yourself. I know you don't like talking about yourself, but tell us what's up next for you. Promote your IG, all that. What's your address? What's your social security? Everything.
Don't give me that. Yeah, don't give me that.
You can get the IG address, which is Good Fly NYC. I tell everybody to check out that has a full body of work. Even if you're looking for custom work, you should start there because you can get a feel for my work. For me, I love to create. So just tell me the stone, tell me what you want made, necklace, bracelet, ring, earrings, and let me be an artist and do what I do. I have had some challenging. You can either do it through the IG or you can do it through my email, which is Sophia, SOPHIA, .Rogers, ROGERS @good-fly.com.
Got you.
So you can always hit me there. I would put my number out, but we don't need all that.
You will get phone calls. Don't do it.
I'm sure.
Don't do it.
I'm sure.
And now, everyone's heard that, you're single and looking for someone who appreciate your entrepreneurship and your dreams. So, slide through those DMs, though.
I mean, you never can tell who Sophia will end up with. Yeah. God works out for me, But absolutely, I just love it when people just pick and let me be an artist and let me create whatever I felt like creating. Because the stone leads me. You can't tell me how to wrap a stone.
Ooh, okay.
I like to tell people that.
Okay.
So.
I see you.
But.
All right. Well, if you guys want to see Sophia in person, she's at 1352 Pennsylvania Avenue, Brooklyn, NY. I'm sure you can also find her shop address on her IG, right?
Good Fly NYC on IG.
And if you didn't get that, you're going to see everything in the comments below, YouTube comments below, SoundCloud, iTunes, everything. You can find that right below. Don't forget to hit that follow button. Don't forget to stalk Sophia. Don't forget that. And,
she's single.
Thanks for interviewing with us today.
Thank you for reaching out. I appreciate that.
Of course. Thank you so much, Sophia.